From terrifying encounters with ferocious tornadoes to footage of strange and bizarre alien-like creatures, and even an unsettling capture of an interdimensional being. If you're intrigued by the world of the unexplained, you're in for an extraordinary adventure. Watching a tornado tear through cities and fields is scary enough, but imagine being stuck right in its path, wondering how you'd survive. This video might give you some clues.
I saw you! Tornado! Fucking tornado! Stay low! Stay low!
An adventurous family was on a camping trip in the Canadian forest near Toronto. Little did they know, their peaceful getaway was about to take a wild turn. The video shows them setting up camp, enjoying the tranquility of the woods. Suddenly, the dad's phone pierces the calm with a thunderstorm warning.
Environment Canada has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Mobile coverage area, take cover immediately if threatening.
Panic flashes in his eyes as he spots a monstrous tornado churning in the distance. Thinking fast, Dad yells for his kids to get inside the camping hut and take cover. The tornado hits with a fury, the wind howling like a banshee as it wreaks havoc all around them. Huddled inside the hut, the family can only wait it out, their screams muffled by the deafening roar.
Oh, no, no, no! Stay low! Stay low! No! Holy fuck!
Finally, when the noise dies down, they cautiously peek outside. The sight that greets them is unbelievable. Every single tree is flattened, the landscape completely transformed. Shaken but unharmed, they eventually make their way back home. The video ending there. This encounter has to be one of the most terrifying things ever. But one question lingers. How did their little hut survive such a monstrous twister? My guess is the base of the hut might be partially underground, anchoring it to the ground.
Tornado! Fucking tornado! Stay low!
Tornadoes are weird, man. The damage they cause can be unpredictable. On the road, seeing a car coming your way from the opposite lane is pretty straightforward. Just swerve a bit and you're good. But at sea, things get a whole lot trickier.
Hey! Hey!
This intense video captures a near disaster between a tiny fishing boat and a giant cargo ship. The footage shows the massive ship bearing down on the little fishing boat. The fishermen are clearly freaking out, yelling their lungs out at the behemoth to change course. But the distance is too great, and there's no way the ship's crew can hear their desperate pleas. The giant ship continues on its path, and just like that, it slams into the fishing boat with a sickening crunch. The fishermen are screaming, but it's too late. Luckily, the waves seem to give the fishing boat a slight nudge, pushing it just enough out of the way to avoid a total wipeout. The giant ship barely even notices the bump, just leaving a nasty scrape on the side of the smaller vessel. Now, I can't help but wonder if the fishing boat had some kind of mechanical issue. Maybe they could have steered away instead of just yelling. Either way, that massive ship coming straight at them must have been the stuff of nightmares for those fishermen. They'll probably be telling that story for years to come. We've all seen videos of people rescuing animals, and it's definitely a good thing. But what if the animal, well, isn't exactly cooperating? This hilarious video doing the rounds on TikTok shows a guy trying to help a sheep with a unique sense of direction. The scene opens with a sheep hopelessly stuck in a large gap in the ground. The guy uses all his might, a strap, and some serious arm strength to finally pull the sheep free. As the sheep gets free, it takes off running, all happy and relieved. right into another gap, just a bit further down the path. Talk about a deja vu moment. The guy helping out can't help but burst into laughter, and that's where the video cuts off. Listen, I know sheep aren't exactly known for their rocket science skills, but falling back into the same hole you just escaped from, that's some next level confusion. Hopefully, the guy managed to snag the sheep again, and maybe this time they could discuss a different escape route. Our brains are amazing at filling in the blanks. We see something unfamiliar, and bam, our minds are off to the races, trying to make sense of it. This video is a perfect example. So what did you think came bounding out of the jungle? Venom, straight out of the movie. Well, hold on, because things aren't always what they seem. Yup, that wasn't Venom crashing the tourist party, but a white-cheeked spider monkey. A tourist on a forest tour captured this whole thing on camera. He heard some rustling in the bushes, started filming, and out pops this creature looking like it could be Venom's long-lost cousin. But as it gets closer to the camera, you can see it's just a spider monkey with some interesting markings. Those white cheeks definitely played a trick on our brains at first, appearing like eyes on a black body. But white-cheeked spider monkeys, as the name suggests, have white fur on their cheeks, along with their forehead and chin. The rest of their fur is typically dark brown or black. Like all spider monkeys, they're known for their long limbs and prehensile tails, which help them swing effortlessly through the trees. The funniest part of the video was when at the very end, the monkey gets close to the camera, and it just casually swats at it. Can you imagine telling everyone you got a friendly tap from Venom? Now that's a story to tell. Have you ever seen something so bizarre that your brain just goes nope, can't compute? Well, buckle up, because this video is a brain cardio.
What the hell is this?
Seriously, what in the world is this thing? A woman in Las Vegas, Nevada captured this footage on the side of the road. In the video, we see a strange creature unlike anything I've ever seen before. It's completely black, with a gooey, slug-like body and a bunch of tentacles wriggling everywhere. It doesn't even have a clear head or tail. It just kind of oozes around using its tentacles to move. It's seriously creepy and unsettling. I did some serious internet sleuthing, but I couldn't find anything even remotely close to this creature. So, the big question: is this something from another planet, or a deep-sea dweller that somehow ended up on dry land? If any of you cryptozoology enthusiasts out there have a clue what this might be, leave a comment and enlighten the rest of us. Imagine 30 or 40 years ago if someone told you they saw a headless animal running around. You'd probably think they were crazy, right? Well, times have changed, as now we have video evidence just like this one. This mysterious video, shot in Japan by an unknown person, comes from an industrial site. The camera pans across some machinery, then zooms in on a railroad track, and that's where things get weird. We see a creature, what appears to be an elk, running across the tracks and into the woods. But here's the creepy thing: it has no head. The elk's body seems to be moving normally, but where its neck should be, there's nothing. So, is this truly a headless elk living its best headless life? Now, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say no. My guess is this is more of an illusion than anything. Maybe the elk's head is just bent way down, like it's sniffing the ground, creating the illusion of a headless body. It's definitely a possibility. But hey, if that's not the case, then maybe we do have some creepy headless elk running around out there. Ever heard the saying, when life throws you lemons, make lemonade? Well, in Thailand, nature just threw a whole lot of fish their way. This video, captured by a local, shows a scene straight out of a fish lover's dream. A Thai beach is teeming with small fish. A literal frenzy where there seems to be more fish than water. Everyone's buzzing with excitement, scooping up as many fish as their buckets can hold. The fish are practically leaping out of the water, creating a chaotic yet exhilarating spectacle. It's a fishy free-for-all, with people practically stepping on them in their haste. But what caused this fishy flood? This phenomenon, known as a fish run or beaching, can be triggered by environmental factors. Changes in water temperature, oxygen levels, or salinity can prompt fish to seek refuge closer to shore. In this case, it appears to be a natural event, a windfall for the local community who are seizing this unexpected bounty. Nature, ever the wondrous mystery box, throws some truly bizarre things our way sometimes. Take these creatures in the next clip, for example. This video, captured by a fisherman, showcases two strange creatures gliding through the water. These elongated white forms resemble snakes at first glance, but their slender, fish-like bodies and distinctive dorsal patterns set them apart. If you get a closer look, you can see features like a mouth, making them appear more like elongated fish. I did some digging online to identify these mysterious creatures, and guess what? They might just be white ribbon eels. Some viewers who've seen the video suspect they could be deep-sea dwellers, but I'm leaning towards a more common eel species we just don't see very often. What do you think? Mention fish, and most people picture harmless little guys sifting through the water. But this next video will definitely change your perspective.
Please welcome Beek.
What a beast! A group of fishermen on a fishing trip stumbled upon a real monster and decided to capture it on camera. This fish is definitely on the larger side. But that's not what's got the fishermen spooked. As the camera zooms in on its mouth, you get a good look at its terrifying teeth. Rows of sharp pointed spikes. These chompers give the fish a ferocious sea monster vibe. Honestly, I can't help but imagine what would happen if you stuck your hand in there. Let's just say it wouldn't come out looking pretty. Remember how we all believed in fairies as kids? Well, what if I told you there's a video that might reignite that childhood wonder?
Why do you be eating like that? Feed it. Alright, so let me know. I'm gonna let this stay. Let me know.
Did you catch that? This clip, captured from a live stream, shows something incredibly strange. The streamer is initially filming a tree from afar, with notifications of viewers joining popping up on the screen. Then, they zoom in on a specific knot or hole in the tree trunk. The video ends abruptly, but that's not all. Slowing down and zooming in further on that same spot, you can see a flicker of movement inside the hole. Take an even closer look. Is that a tiny person peeking out? It disappears back inside the tree just as quickly. This little figure looks eerily similar to the fairies we've seen in cartoons and online, just without the wings. Some viewers are convinced it's computer-generated imagery, but to me it looks pretty genuine. The texture and quality of the creature seem to match the surroundings perfectly. Now, if this is real, maybe our childhood dreams of seeing a fairy really aren't so far-fetched after all. Beaches are picture perfect during the day, a place to soak up the sun, catch some waves, and relax. But at night, things can take a turn for the spooky. This video, captured at a beach at night, showcases a truly bizarre sighting. It's nighttime, and everything is shrouded in darkness except for a single light in the distance. As the camera zooms in on the light, a massive humanoid figure emerges from the water. It stands up, seemingly noticing the cameraman, and then starts running towards them. The video cuts out right there, leaving us hanging with this terrifying image. That was creepy. The figure definitely looks unsettling, but something about the light source seems a little off. It could be a hoax, maybe someone in a costume using the light for better visibility. However, even a tiny sliver of doubt is enough to send shivers down your spine. If this were real, let's just say nighttime beach trips would be a thing of the past for me. Ever heard of interdimensional beings? Those creatures that exist outside our own reality. If you didn't, this person captured a video just for you.
¿Cuándo vio eso?
Se pusieron los vellos como esclavos. Tatuaje ahí corrió todo. Digo, no es algo normal en la casa, porque nunca se ha visto nada.
This clip, captured by a news channel, features an interview with a father and son who accidentally recorded something strange. The father explains that his child was filming his back tattoo. As the camera pans to the son's face and then back to the father, a terrifying creature appears in the frame. The creature looks unnatural, a creepy mix of feline and human feature. The father reveals they've been hearing strange noises and footsteps, adding another layer to the mystery. But then he offers a possible explanation. Traditionally, some Ecuadorian families kept small bones from deceased loved ones, believing the spirits would protect their home. The father suggests these huesitos, small bones, might have something to do with the creature. Seems the family leans towards a ghostly explanation rather than aliens. Whatever this thing is, one thing's for sure, it looks out of place in our world. Have you ever witnessed a duck madness situation? Well, this video is pure quackery. Talk about a traffic jam. This video, captured by a driver, shows something truly bizarre. In the middle of the road, a white car is surrounded by a swirling mass of thousands of ducks. The sheer number of these feathered friends completely blocks the car's path, bringing traffic to a standstill. The driver must be sitting there thinking, what in the world is going on? So why the ducky ceremony around the car? The most likely explanation is that the ducks mistook the white car for a giant ducky leader. They're simply following their oversized brethren, creating a hilarious and slightly chaotic scene. I know it's not the most scientific theory, but hey, it looks like something straight out of a duck cult ritual, right? The debate about alien existence continues to rage on, with believers and skeptics locked in a cosmic battle. This video from Brazil might just be the evidence both sides need. This clip, captured by local fishermen in Brazil, showcases a truly bizarre catch. In the video, we see a box containing a strange humanoid creature. The lower body appears human-like, But the head is where things get creepy and alien. It has large, exaggerated features, big eyes, prominent ears, and an oversized head. The skin texture seems human, but the facial structure is undeniably alien. The person who captured the creature claims they found it already dead after pulling it in from the water. This raises a ton of questions. What kind of creature is this? Was it an alien? And if so, what was it doing in the ocean? Did it drown, or was something more sinister at play? The video leaves us with more questions than answers, sending shivers down the spines of believers and skeptics alike. We've witnessed the beautiful, the terrifying, and the compassionate. Now, let's close on a truly bizarre note. What is this? It resembles an old man with strange markings, or perhaps ritual makeup. But that's completely wrong. This appears to be a newborn goat, with the strangest face imaginable. Nature, what happened here? I can't even find its mouth. And those eyes, they look painted on, as if it was born without any. If not for this video, describing it wouldn't even come close to the reality. It leaves you wondering, what other unimaginable oddities does Mother Nature have in store? Bigfoots have remained a mystery since forever. Again and again, people spotted them in the darkest and deepest places. But there are times when Bigfoots are spotted roaming around in the wild in broad daylight as well. For instance, take this video recorded in 2006 by a man named Harley Hoffman, where a Bigfoot was spotted on cameras as he was recording the area. It was huge and had its whole body covered with black hair. The creature, or the Bigfoot, was going somewhere in quite a hurried manner, and the man had to be safe while getting a proper glimpse of it on camera as well. So even though a small chunk, it shows the creature in the most vivid manner. If we talk about the authenticity of the clip, for me, the way the creature was moving and its appearance give the video a genuine look. What do you think? Night has always held secrets beyond our imaginations. For the curious who wander in the deepest regions just to uncover secrets, sometimes things get way scarier than they had ever imagined. For instance, these guys were out at night for a late drive, enjoying the narrow road between the thick bushes and high trees. However, as they moved forward on the path, they saw a creepy figure that sent shivers down their spine. It looked like a person covered in a brown robe, standing on a corner. It did not move at all as the car passed by it. However, the men in the car were surely shaken by this. Also, if we zoom in, I think I can make up a cross around the figure's neck, which makes now the whole individual to appear as a monk. Could this be the ghost of a monk who lost their life in a violent way around those places? What do you think? Just as I mentioned, people love wandering in the deepest regions and many times come out traumatized. Take these, for example. These people had heard about an abandoned tunnel from the World Wars and knew about the rumors of the tunnel being haunted through the locals. But that did not stop them from leaping into the deep tunnel and wandering around to look for any treasure they were supposed to find there. However, instead of what they were trying to find, they encountered a weird figure. In the tunnel, inches away from them, a human-like figure appeared as if walking away from them, and then disappeared in a moment as well. It looked like a human wearing a white uniform. Could it be the lost soul of a military medic? The men turned back and ran away, and the mystery of the ghost remains the same. Whether it was an altered video or whether they actually captured a ghost is a question which remains unanswered, and I will leave that to you to decide. This clip was recorded by a man who ventured into the forest late at night for a purpose unknown to us. He appeared to be alone and had a string flashlight on when he couldn't find whatever he came here to look for. He turned the light off, and that's when the scary part began. What he recorded made him question what that thing he saw that night was. It was a weird orange flickering that started happening as soon as the man turned his light off, as if someone was there waiting for the lights to go out to start with its scary ritual. The man couldn't bear what he was seeing for much longer, so he ran as fast as he could back to his car. However, the scene that he had witnessed then was enough to give him nightmares for weeks. Personally, it looked like a pretty scary experience, even if it was a prank or something. A woman was busy recording a detailed video of her neighborhood, trying to capture the church right across her street. What she was trying to capture was a figure which, according to her, roamed around their area. As soon as she moved the camera towards the towering trees, she happened to see the exact figure she was talking about. According to her, the figure appears at the exact same spot every couple of days, but as soon as they try to get closer to it, they see nothing, like it vanishes into the wood. The figure, to me, looked like a man wandering aimlessly, like he is lost. Considering the lady mentions the figure disappears as soon as you get close to it, I would consider it to be a lost soul. What do you think? Wandering around in an abandoned building, this man came across something that terrified him to the core. As he moved up the stairs, he sensed something was wrong, and as he focused on the window in front of him, he knew where it was coming from. A figure started appearing on the window gradually, and after a moment, it started getting clearer and clearer, and developed into a proper girl with her hair on her face and a white dress on. After the man got a proper hold of what he was seeing, he thought it was better to run for his life than explore the abandoned and now haunted building anymore. Was it a real ghost encounter, a cleverly edited video, or something else entirely? The answer remains open to your interpretation, inviting you all to draw your own conclusions. Titanoboas have long been extinct. However, time after time, videos come up on the internet where we see snakes so large that we are forced to rethink their extinction. And to prove we have this clip, we have a gigantic snake slithering around in the water in the Amazon River. Even the fisherman was surprised at what it was looking at. Was it just another anaconda? Or was the size too big for an anaconda and it could be the infamous long extinct Titanoboa? With the video so short and just a little glimpse of the snake, nothing could be said for sure. I know for a fact that there are very big snakes around that area, but that one looked way too huge. This clip was recorded by a man who was walking in the middle of the woods like his usual day when he heard branches breaking from a side. Surprised and curious, he turned to look that way, and all he could lay his eyes on was a huge creature walking quickly between the trees. The creature was gigantic, had its body completely covered with hair, had a human-like walk, and looked like it was in quite a hurry. The man, astonished, saw the Bigfoot moving in front of his eyes and couldn't even move an inch until it was gone. This video, according to the man, is more than just footage. It's a warning that we humans need to beware. Skunk ape is quite famous in the United States, and notably in Florida, among people who are interested in myths and mythical creatures. This is something they had dreamt of witnessing, at least once in their lifetime. And a man actually ended up not just seeing it with his own eyes, but also recording it on his camera. According to the man who uploaded this video, was going around in the woods, following the small signs he could find, and then he started hearing rustling sounds coming from a side. As soon as he moved the camera up, he could clearly see a huge figure busy with something behind the bushes. He recorded it for around 30 to 40 seconds, and all that time the creature wandered around before leaving the area. Being a security guard on a night shift in a building empty of a single human being can take quite a scary turn at times. security guard when he was on his round. In one of the lobbies, he started hearing weird noises. As he moved forwards, a figure appeared at the end of the lobby. Considering it could be a human, the guard moved forwards to help him if it was needed, not knowing with every step he was getting closer and closer to a potentially dangerous situation. As he moved forward, suddenly a loud bang was heard.
Niño. ¿Qué pedo? Niño. Manche. Oh man.
And he started running away, now realizing that it was not a normal human being, but a ghost of a child that was standing there, ready to make him its new victim. The guard made it out alive safely, and luckily he had it all recorded. From what I have seen online, the video could also be edited. However, we cannot ignore the genuine terror the guard had in its voice as well. In the middle of the night, as these men were walking by the road, they heard some creepy noises coming quite near them. Intrigued, they stopped to see what exactly was there causing these noises and what it wanted. As they stopped, took their cameras out, and started recording the whole situation. It did not take them long to see the pair of glowing eyes staring at them from the depths of darkness. At first, it was just one eye, which was giving the idea of someone with a flashlight on. But then the creature turned towards the camera, and both eyes were clear enough and scary enough to give chills to both of the men.
Those eyes are wide, too. Look at that. Those are big eyes. Hello.
The video lasted for about half a minute, and all that time the men were standing there looking at the creature which did not try to come out of the darkness. Was it a Bigfoot, or was it just another wild animal with scary eyes? Trail cameras are usually placed to capture animals in their natural habitat, but there are times when they end up capturing things no one would have believed if not filmed. Take this clip for instance. It was recorded by a trail camera that was mounted on a tree to keep an eye on the animals. And then one night, it recorded not just one or two, but a whole group of ghosts wandering in the woods. One by one, they appear on the screen, making it more and more terrifying as the video continues. The video was uploaded anonymously, so I can't tell anything about its origin. What do you think about it? Recorded a couple of years ago, this video went viral on the internet and had everyone confused when they saw it. The video shows an alien-like creature lying on the ground. The man with the camera kept recording the figure on the ground. At first, it appeared motionless, but after a while, it started moving its hand. As this minute-long video was uploaded on YouTube, it left everyone in confusion. Unlike other videos, this one was recorded in broad daylight, but that does not make it any less scary or creepy. Recorded a couple of months ago, this man swears he spotted something bizarre. As the man was recording the surroundings, he spotted a weird creature on top of the tree, just stalking the nearby animals. Not just the man, but everyone who saw it on YouTube remained bewildered. The man claims the creature was very small with black fur, seemingly shy, as it tried to run away when they got closer. So what was that? When the night approaches and the humans go to sleep, ever wonder what comes to life then? This video was recorded by a camera set in the home by a family who kept hearing weird sounds coming every night. It wasn't until they placed the camera that they knew what was actually happening. As the camera starts doing its work, a figure appears from the left side of the lobby and floats towards the right before disappearing completely. The family, after seeing the clip, thought it was better to just leave their home and move to somewhere else, hoping that would save them from any further encounters. Do you know the saying that kids can see things adults can't? Well, there's a video that might just prove it. In this video, a family was out in the woods on a trip, and their child spotted something in the distance. When the camera turned towards where the child was pointing, there was indeed a strange white figure among the trees. This figure wasn't moving and seemed to be quietly observing the family, and it gave off an eerie vibe. This mysterious creature looks a bit like a mummy because it's covered in what appears to be long strips of weight fabric, similar to how ancient mummies were wrapped. What do you think about this unusual creature? This video takes place in New Mexico, and it might make you a bit nervous about taking a nighttime drive on a country road. The footage was captured with a dash camera, showing the view of the road. As the vehicle continues on its way, something catches our attention on the roadside. At first, it seems like it might be just a white bag or something similar lying there. But as the vehicle gets closer, we can make out the head of this eerie creature. It's quite ghostly and appears to have a humanoid head hunched over on the side of the road. Its texture and color are white. What's really strange is that this creature doesn't seem to have any legs or a normal body. It's more like a lower snake-like part. Whatever it is, encountering something like this on a nighttime drive is definitely something most people would want to avoid. Have you ever had that eerie feeling that someone's watching you? Well, sometimes that feeling might be spot on. In this video, two friends were traveling from California to Arizona when they came across something really odd. While they were in a mountainous area, one of the friends noticed something lurking in the bushes on the mountain. They started recording, and in the footage, you can see a dark black creature in the distance, seemingly keeping an eye on them. This creature appears to have a humanoid head and resembles an ape or gorilla. However, it's puzzling because there were no nearby forests, and apes and gorillas typically live in forests. The friends claimed it might be a Bigfoot, but it's tough to say for sure due to the limited evidence. Trail cameras are pretty cool because they show us some amazing bits of nature we might not get to see in person. In this video, which was taken with a trail camera, we're looking at a snowy trail. However, there's something strange. As the video begins, a really tall stick-like figure starts moving in the distance. This figure is gigantic and has two long stick legs, and it doesn't seem to have a normal body. It's more like those stickman characters you might have seen. This stickman-like figure casually crosses the road, going about its day as if it's just a regular workday. It's a really strange sight, and I haven't even seen anything like this in movies. This video comes all the way from Russia, and it claims to show a real sighting of the legendary Yeti. In the video, we're in a snowy place, and then, out from behind a tree, a massive creature appears. When you see it, you'll notice just how big this creature is, especially when you compare it to the nearby trees. It's covered in white fur, which might make you think of a polar bear at first, but its sheer size is pretty startling and unusual. What's even more strange is that when this creature takes a few steps, you can see its entire body, and it's standing on two hind legs. Polar bears typically can't do that. So if it's not a polar bear, could it be the legendary Yeti? Or perhaps something even more mysterious and cryptic than that? A group of construction workers, busy with their pipe-laying job, started hearing unusual sounds coming from one of the sewer holes. They got curious and decided to investigate. In the video, you can hear the workers discussing the strange noises coming from the sewer. As they work, one of the workers, recording the scene, moves closer to the sewer hole to get a better look. Suddenly, a weird and creepy head pops out for just a moment before disappearing. This really spooks the workers, and they quickly step back, looking quite startled. Upon closer examination, that mysterious head appeared to be that of a lady ghost. It had a dark complexion and some very odd, alien-like eyes. After this eerie encounter, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these construction workers thought about quitting their jobs the next day. I think horses are some of the most loyal and powerful animals around, but there are things that can even frighten these strong-willed creatures. This video is from a horse stable, showing us the view of the stable with horses in it. Out of the blue, one of the horses gets spooked, as if it sensed some kind of danger nearby. All the other horses in the stable also become uneasy and anxious, like something has entered their space and is causing them fear. After a while, we get to see what's causing all this commotion. It turns out to be a strange, unknown creature. This peculiar entity comes into contact with one of the horses and seems to be doing something to it. The horse, after this encounter, is really scared and calls out for help. What do you think this odd-looking creature could be? Could it be a ghost? This video comes from a hiker who was out exploring the beauty of nature but stumbled upon something quite remarkable. In the video, we're looking at a scene with bushes, and there's someone standing behind those bushes. This figure or creature appears to be covered in black fur. At first, it seems like it might be a bear or a gorilla lurking behind the bushes. However, things take a surprising turn when this figure suddenly stands up, revealing that it's actually a humanoid figure. This unexpected sight spooked the hiker, who wisely decided to make a quick retreat to safety, just in case this strange being decided to follow. Many viewers of this video suggest that it could be the legendary Bigfoot, but the bushes concealing it make it a bit harder to say for certain. Regardless of what it might be, this creature's behavior did give off a somewhat eerie vibe. It's always a good idea to stay away from things you don't understand, or things that might be more powerful than you. This video takes place in Canada, and shows a snowy forest area. The person behind the camera seems quite alarmed, possibly because something is chasing them or making them nervous. The camera person zooms in on the woods in the distance, trying to capture whatever it is that's bothering them. Then, they spot a dark humanoid figure walking in the woods. Realizing this, the camera person decides to run away in a hurry. This figure, based on its towering height and the way it walks like a human, seems to resemble the legendary Bigfoot. The hiker also mentioned that they had seen this thing stalking them before, which explains why they were so frightened and uneasy before recording the video. As this family went for a picnic out in the wild, they had no idea what they were about to witness. At first, they spotted just some branch piles, but after some time, they started sensing that someone was following them. As they took their cameras out and started recording, they succeeded in capturing a shadowy figure standing behind one of the trees. It was daytime with everything clear, but still, they couldn't make out what exactly the figure standing was, staring at them. Was it the infamous Bigfoot? Or was it some other mysterious deadly creature lurking in the depths of the woods? For the first few seconds, they did not think much of the creature, but then it started to come closer to them, freaking them out, and so they ended up running away. What was that thing? Recorded and uploaded in 2007 by a security camera mounted on a highway, this clip shows a mysterious creature crossing the road in the scariest manner. In the middle of the night, when hardly any traffic could be seen, the creature, which looked like a crouched humanoid figure, came from one side of the road and disappeared on the other after crossing. If we slow the video down, and stabilize it a bit, we can see that the figure clearly had 4 limbs and a head, but it is the walk that makes it unlike any human. As the video hit the internet, it had everyone in shock. No one could tell what it was. To some, it was an alienoid creature, while to others, this was proof of the existence of the famous rake. Ask me, and I'd say I lean towards the idea that this is footage of the rake. What do you think? This reporter was busy giving the audience a live tour of a scary cemetery at night. She had no idea what was happening behind her. She could be seen being her usual self, while right behind her, some smoke appeared out of nowhere. And surprisingly, it was also shaped somehow like a human figure. The situation, the setting, and the time of the night all pointed in one direction. The smoke was nothing but a ghost, wandering in the cemetery, which was already famous for ghost sightings. The channel or the reporter did not say anything about it, but many of the people watching the live session instantly noticed it. However, no one was sure if it was really a ghost or something set up by the channel's crew to cause controversy and gain more views. Graveyards are places already famous for being the scariest and the most haunted ones. Still, there are people who go there in the middle of the night just out of curiosity, trying to find out what the dead are up to. Take these 2 policemen, for instance, who went looking for a suspect straight into the graveyard, thinking he must be hiding there. However, instead of finding the suspect, they heard a loud shrill scream coming out of one of the graves, making them freak out. None of them could stand the scream, and they ran as fast as they could trying to get out of the graveyard. What creature do you think that was? This video was released by the police back in 2006, following the disappearance of a hiker in the remote forests of northwestern Alberta, Canada. The mystery surrounding this case remains unsolved to this day. In the video, the hiker is exploring the wilderness of northwestern Alberta. He mentions that the local townspeople had been talking about strange events occurring in the forest.
I'm currently up in the woods due to, well, what the town's been talking about, how there's been some weird occurrences.
As he's talking, a growling, yell-like noise echoes from a distance, sending shivers down the hiker's spine.
Oh God. What?
It's a terrifying sound, and he begins to fear that something aggressive might be nearby. Startled and frightened, the hiker hastily makes a run for it. As he flees, the camera captures the sound of branches snapping under the weight of something moving through the woods. The hiker eventually stops running, but just as he does, that eerie growling noise returns, and he resumes his frantic sprint.
Okay, alright. Okay, I'm not like this. Oh shit, I can't.
Sadly, during his panicked escape, he trips and falls to the ground. As he gasps for breath, the camera points upwards towards the trees. Then, ominous rumbling footsteps can be heard approaching. The video goes dark, and as it does, we're left with the unsettling sound of something breaking. Whether the breaking sound was of branches or something even more chilling, like the hiker's bones, remains a haunting mystery. Recorded by 2 men who were driving home when they spotted a man standing on the side of the road, more near the trees and bushes than the road. Thinking he might be in need of some help, they stopped the car and shouted at him to get his attention.
Buddy! How you doing? Oh! There's some cruisers, man. That's crazy shit. Guys crawling at me like it's goddamn. What's up, dude?
The man who already had all his attention towards these guys started moving towards them, but that's when the scary stuff happened. The man wasn't moving in a normal way. He was crawling in a creepy manner and had a weird look on his face as well. It looked like a zombie or something, which of course scared the men so much they thought it better to just start their car and move as fast as they could out of the place, leaving the creepy man behind. As the video was uploaded, many people claimed that it could be the infamous Skinwalker, who was approaching the men with ill intentions, of course. And truth be told, I myself think this clip and the creepy guy are both very real and very terrifying. This happened in Russia, where a family was driving together, with the kids sitting in the back recording the view from the window. At first, everything went on as normal. But then the kids spotted a giant figure in the middle of the field they were passing by. The whole family, getting intrigued by what they were seeing, stopped the car while the kid was still filming it. The creature did not appear to mind them at first, but as the family was just there not moving away, it got annoyed, so it started to chase them. And watching the creature now coming towards them quickly, they all freaked out and started driving the car. However, just as the creature stopped chasing them, they stopped their car as well. But this time, the creature was far away and in no mood of chasing them again. Ask me, I would say, even if it was a prank, it was not a good choice to stop with a car full of kids so close to a potentially deadly creature. This clip was recorded by a man who has his whole life devoted to finding the mysteries of the wild, and to disclose them all to the world. This time, he had already spotted a pixie right in the middle of the woods and decided to record it on camera. Pixies, mischievous fairies of British folklore, are tiny, childlike creatures, known for their love of dancing and nocturnal frolics. They have always been thought of as belonging to just stories and imagination. However, what this guy succeeded in capturing on camera had everyone in shock. Not long after he started recording, a tiny creature appears on top of the cliff. The creature looked down for a few seconds towards the man and the camera before disappearing back from where it came from. According to the man, this wasn't the only one. Instead, their whole families live there, and being so tiny, they have managed to hide from human eyes. But for me, it looked like it was edited. Do you agree? This video was shared by a Reddit user on a creepy posting subreddit claiming to have captured footage of a three-eyed devil creature. In the video, there's a large rat-like creature with a black fur-covered body. At first, it appears to be an exceptionally big rat, but as it turns its face towards the camera, we see it has 3 eyes. This sight is quite strange, and the eyes look lifeless and unsettling. Upon zooming in, you can observe that this creature has a muscular and wide body, and up close, it looks different from a typical mouse. Additionally, the fur at the base of its tail is unusually extended, which is not something you'd expect in a mouse. This creature looks directly at the camera for a few seconds before the video ends. While it's puzzling to see such a creature, there could be a logical explanation. It's possible that this creature is a rare type of large mouse with a distinctive fur pattern on its body that makes it appear as if it has 3 eyes. According to the man who recorded this clip, he was crossing the bridge when he heard sounds coming from underneath, so he went in to investigate. At first, there was nothing but unusually grown weed everywhere, but after a few seconds, he could see where the noise was coming from, because just then, a weird figure appeared in the darkness. Before we could make out what the figure was and what it was doing there, it ran, which freaked the man out as well, and he ended up running for his life and stopped recording the video. As he uploaded it on the internet to see what others had to say about it, he got hundreds of multiple theories from people. For some, it was the rake, while for others, it was just a homeless man scared of someone finding out his hiding place. Prepare to question everything. Yes, those are 3 flying saucers. Dismissing it as fake is easy, but this footage feels different. The way they hover, not precisely flying. And watch those jets. There's something eerily natural about how the saucers move. Just look at the contrast with those military aircraft. It's striking. This seems so realistic. It's incredibly hard to believe it's a hoax. My mind screams, this is real. Are they here for conquest? Or is this some kind of tense negotiation? Are those jets tailing them, or an escort? So many questions, and the implications are mind-blowing. This unsettling video comes from Spain and showcases a mysterious and somewhat disgusting creature. At first glance, the creature appears to be a mass resembling a brain from some unknown animal. However, upon closer inspection, it becomes apparent that it's a collection of gooey worms intertwined together. Surrounding this bizarre entity are freely moving bugs, detached and seemingly unaffected. The worms within the blob exhibit minimal movement, creating an eerie scene. As the cameraman zooms out, it becomes evident that this strange entity is partially submerged in water, and the worms are freely strolling around in it. The overall sight is both mysterious and unsettling, leaving viewers with a sense of discomfort and a desire for such strange entities not to exist in our world. The spine-chilling video originates from a South American warehouse, capturing a truly terrifying sight. The footage begins with a view of the warehouse front, and suddenly, a massive and girthy creature emerges from its side. Initially resembling a bear, a closer look reveals that it is something altogether different, with distinctive features such as a hunched back and long arms. The creature, covered in medium-length black fur, strolls casually across the camera frame. Following the video, the warehouse security guard shared his experience, mentioning that he had heard a strange growling in the middle of the night. Initially dismissing it as potentially mountain lions due to the warehouse's proximity to the forest, he now realizes the gravity of the situation after witnessing the mysterious creature on camera. Whether you're someone who believes in ghosts or dismisses their existence, this video from 2014 might just make you reconsider your stance. The eerie footage captured by a home security camera is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. The camera was pointed down a house corridor when it unexpectedly caught the silhouette of a figure in the darkness. This ghostly apparition resembled a creepy, long-haired lady in a white dress, standing motionless and fixated on something in the distance. After a moment, the ghostly figure begins to walk, mysteriously disappearing into the shadows of the corridor. Even watching this from the safety of my home, the sight was truly chilling. Now, I find myself more cautious when navigating the corridors of my house at night. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Back in winter 2003, a security camera at Hampton Court Palace captured something quite extraordinary. The footage shows the front, and out of the blue, the door swings open. Out walks a person, but there's something really strange about them. Instead of regular hands, this person seems skeletal in nature, with a big robe on it. As far as I heard, this footage was taken when no one was supposed to be there, especially no one dressed this strangely. The creature opens the door briefly, and we only get a glimpse of it in a couple of frames. To me, this creature seems to be a lost soul, forever reliving their moments in that palace. And that is because the way it is dressed is too odd. resembling a bit the way royalty used to dress back in the 16th century. Some folks who saw this video online suggested it was a setup made by some employees there in order to gather more visitors. However, I'm leaning towards my theory. What are your thoughts on what this creature might be? If you're not a fan of snakes, you might want to skip this clip. The video, coming from South Africa, showcases what viewers are calling the snake monster. In the footage, a massive snake is seen tied with chains to the back of a truck. It appears lifeless, likely captured by the locals. The cameraman captures the enormity of this snake. Towards the end of the video, the cameraman focuses on the snake's head, and it's truly unsettling. The head is as wide as an average human and has a frightening, intense gaze. The snake was secured to the truck using large chains and straps, giving us a clear idea of just how colossal it was. A Reddit user claimed to have captured footage of the legendary Slender Man in a field, and they uploaded the video for everyone to see. The recording, taken from a dashcam, shows a car driving along a trail in a calm and cozy countryside. As the car progresses, a figure appears on the left side of the road in the field. This figure is quite tall, and as the car approaches, it seems like it's signaling for the car to stop. However, things take a strange turn when it becomes clear that the figure's hand isn't signaling but reaching out far to grab hold of the car. As the figure extends its hand, the driver swerves off the road, crashing into a tree, and the video abruptly ends. The figure bears a resemblance to the popular image of Slender Man, with a tall and slender body and a featureless face. Anyways, I hope the driver was okay, and it seems likely since they were the one who uploaded the video. I don't understand why some drivers choose to venture into desolate forest trails in the middle of the night. This video is from one such daring driver who shared dashcam footage from their car. The footage reveals an empty forest trail with a tall woods entrance in the front. The car casually makes its way into the woods, and as it does, something from the side woods crosses the trail in front. The headlights capture this figure, and upon seeing it, the driver stops the car and the video ends. To me, this creature appeared humanoid in its walk and posture. However, it had a hunched back and towering height, leading me to believe it could be a Bigfoot. This video is from East India, and it captures a strange mutation in a cow. The cow's face resembles that of a human, with features like a nose, mouth, and eyes. The rest of its body seems unaffected, except for its hind legs, which appear skinny and bent the wrong way. The oddity of this mutation poses challenges for the cow, making basic activities like breathing and eating difficult. Unfortunately, animals with genetic disorders like this usually have a shorter lifespan due to the difficulties they face in essential life activities. However, I hope for the best for this cow and wish that it can overcome these challenges. So far, we've only explored a mere 5% of our oceans, leaving a whopping 95% uncharted. It makes me curious about the creatures that might inhabit that vast unknown territory. This video, shared on a YouTube channel, showcases a strange aquatic creature in the act of devouring a fish. The creature appears to be entirely made of skin, boasting a smooth texture across its body. As the camera zooms out, we realize the creature is quite massive, with an elongated body and a snake-like mouth. It swallows the fish whole, and surprisingly, it seems to have no teeth. This creature is both fascinating and terrifying. Its appearance, with no face, legs, or fins, raises questions about its nature. The way it devours the fish is reminiscent of something out of a nightmare. It's a strange sight with a long, smooth-skinned body that leaves us with more questions than answers. Have you watched Lord of the Rings and seen those tall giants? They seemed like mythical creatures, right? Well, what if I told you there's a video suggesting that giants might have actually existed among us? A lady uploaded this video on Facebook while she was on a train passing through a mountainous area. In the distance, she recorded something incredibly strange and captivating. There, on the ground, were a giant humanoid skull, ribcage, and other bones, just lying there in the middle of nowhere. It's tempting to think these could be the remains of a giant humanoid, but there might be a logical explanation. It's possible these are proportional props, maybe for some movie promotion, strategically placed in the landscape. But you may never know. We do have a lot of tales throughout the whole world that giants roam the earth. A Reddit user named Golitwu posted a video claiming to have captured a strange figure on her camera. In the video, she receives a notification on her motion sensor camera and decides to investigate. It's nighttime, and she's armed with a flashlight as she searches around the bushes. Suddenly, she spots something peeking from behind the bushes, a set of two glowing eyes. These eyes are fixed on her, giving off an eerie and unsettling vibe. Judging by the height of these eyes, it seems like the creature could be a tall humanoid, possibly a Bigfoot or a werewolf. However, going out to investigate without any protection might not have been the wisest decision on the girl's part. When you're out camping deep in the forest with friends, it's crucial to illuminate your surroundings first. If you don't, encounters like the one in this video could happen. The footage captures a group of friends having fun around a campfire during their camping trip. However, one friend, bothered by the campfire smoke, decides to take a breather in the woods. As this friend ventures off, the camera picks up something else emerging from the darkness, following him. This mysterious entity appears humanoid but moves on all fours, with skin that seems hairless. It's remarkably fast and heads straight for the friend, almost as if it was waiting for them to separate before making its move. I hope the friend was okay, and that this creature was just curious about them. Based on the description, it seems like this creature could be something akin to a rake. What are your thoughts on what it might be? This video comes from a lady who was heading home after her night shift. Since the usual road was closed, she opted for a desolate forest trail, leading to an encounter she'll likely remember forever. She captured something strange on camera. While recording, a ghostly, transparent figure materialized out of thin air and swiftly crossed the road. This translucent, humanoid-shaped black figure moved with a posture resembling a human. The lady, understandably frightened, ended the video. The figure gives off a ghostly vibe, appearing like a passing spirit, caught inadvertently on camera. Despite this ghostly encounter, the lady's decision to get out of her car and record with her phone was risky. Apart from encountering a ghost, she could have faced other potentially dangerous situations as well. Here's another intriguing aquatic creature, this time from the Gulf of Mexico. In the video, a fisherman proudly displays a strange-looking fish he caught from the sea. At first glance, the fish seems quite normal as it swims, similar to any other fish. However, the real surprise comes when the fisherman lifts it up to reveal its bottom and face. This fish is unlike anything seen before. It sports 4 fins and an unusual alien-like face with an elongated Pinocchio-like nose and large eyes. The mouth is particularly strange and doesn't resemble a typical fish mouth at all. Additionally, from the bottom, its side fins appear to be a unique combination of hands and fins. The fisherman's catch is undeniably bizarre, and it could possibly be a new species of fish discovered in that area. Forest camping adventures are usually a lot of fun, but at any time, things can take a surprising turn. In this video, recorded by a man during a camping trip with his family, we spot a gigantic humanoid creature in the distance. This creature appears exceptionally tall and seems to be covered in thick black fur. It's bending down, as if collecting something from the ground. After some time, the creature apparently senses that it's being recorded and makes a hasty escape, bringing the video to an end. Judging by its appearance, it certainly resembles the legendary Bigfoot, although it's possible that it might be someone playing a prank in a Bigfoot costume. Regardless, whatever it was an incredibly captivating sight for the family on their camping adventure. This video was posted on Facebook by a user who claims to have been stalked by an unknown creature in his house, and in the video, he manages to capture this eerie encounter. The man in the video is visibly frightened and uneasy, attempting to show us the source of his fear. He explains that he had been hearing hissing noises coming from his backyard, and now he's ventured out to investigate what might be causing it. As he explores the area, he pans the camera toward his shed, where something strange is peeking out, and this thing seems responsible for the hissing sounds. In a trembling voice, the homeowner calls out to the mysterious presence, but it remains silent. Fearing the unknown, the homeowner hastily retreats, and you can clearly see the fear in his eyes as he makes his escape. It's a truly unsettling encounter, and it's hard to comprehend the terror of having something unknown lurking in your own home. This video comes from a group of tourists who were on an adventure in the boreal forest region, and they managed to capture a sighting of the mighty Bigfoot on their camera. In the video, we're presented with a view of the dense woods, and in the distance, a black creature is hunched over. The camera then pans to the side, revealing a large group of tourists with their cameras, all observing this astonishing sight. The creature appeared to be hunched, making it a bit challenging to estimate its height, but it did seem to be of substantial size. Some might argue that it could be a gorilla or ape, but in Canada, there are no known animals like that. Towards the end of the video, we can also see a person in a red shirt emerging from the woods. It's a bit confusing why someone would venture so close to a creature like that. This video originates from the Borneo forest and was captured by locals there. On a typical morning in their village, a villager stumbled upon a strange creature in the nearby woods and alerted others. The villagers, curious, went to investigate, and this is what they recorded. In the video, we witness a strange creature crawling towards a lake. This creature appears to be a blend of a dog and a baby hippo. Its head and facial features resemble those of an American bully dog, while its body resembles that of a newborn hippo. The creature struggles to walk, resorting to crawling away from the villagers and towards the lake. With no fur on its body, it appears weak, and its hind legs are unusually long compared to the typically four-legged creatures we encounter in the forest. The question arises, is this a new creature discovered by the Borneo village? The company that introduced nanny cams as a lifesaver, aiming to help parents monitor their babies around the clock, sometimes ends up capturing scenes that, instead of providing a sense of relief, leave us feeling uneasy. In this video, we observe a baby room where a chair with some fluffy toys is placed in front of a nanny cam. After a few seconds, the monkey toy positioned in the middle starts lifting its head on its own. The toy engages in humanoid movements for a while before coming to a rest. After a couple of seconds, it starts moving again, repeating these actions at intervals. This proves to be quite an unsettling sight, especially for the parents whose baby room is being observed. After witnessing this clip, it might be a good idea to leave some spare toys for these unknown entities to play with instead of using the baby's toys. To me, one of the most perilous sports is skiing in the snowy mountains because you never know when an avalanche might descend or if there's a cliff awaiting you. This video precisely illustrates why I hold this view. Captured by a GoPro camera mounted on a skier, The footage shows the skier navigating a rugged, snowy hill. Initially, everything appears fine. As the skier progresses, however, out of nowhere, a tunnel road entrance materializes in front of the skier. Despite attempting to stop, it's already too late. The skier descends from a height of around 17 feet onto the hard road below. The impact is accompanied by the sheer sound of collision, and we can hear the skier gasping in pain. Watching this video was quite challenging for me, especially as it concluded in such a way. Nevertheless, it imparts a valuable lesson. Always thoroughly assess your skiing track before going on your descent. This video hails from Ireland and presents eerie footage of a cryptid captured at a girls' hostel. In the video, we witness the girls behind the camera genuinely frightened, searching the hallways for something ominous. As they turn on the hallway lights, there is initially nothing in sight. Undeterred, they venture upstairs into the darkness. Upon turning on the hallway light upstairs, something chilling appears at the end of the corridor. The encounter is undeniably unsettling, and by pausing the video at the precise frame where the creature is visible, it appears humanoid, but on all fours. This cryptid is looking directly at the girls, conveying an imminent threat. Given such situations, my advice for all of you would be to bring along some form of protection, such as a stick or pepper spray, during future investigations. You never know what you might encounter. Imagine waking up in the morning, ready to start your day, only to encounter a snake emerging from your toilet. This video captures exactly that scenario, unfolding in Malaysia. In the footage, we witness a thick snake emerging from the homeowner's toilet. The homeowner records the unsettling scene from a safe distance, suggesting that they encountered the snake before deciding to document it. The snake casually explores its surroundings, seemingly searching for a way to exit. This sight is undeniably frightening and unsettling, as it turns a common morning routine into a potential encounter with unexpected wildlife. Picture yourself on a sundown grocery run, cruising in your car when suddenly everything becomes brilliantly bright, as if the sun has made an unexpected reappearance. However, the reality dawns on you. It's not the sun causing this intense illumination. This video originates from Russia and was captured by a car's dashcam. The footage reveals a strange glowing light traversing the sky, gradually approaching the surface. As it descends, the light intensifies, illuminating everything below. According to news reports, this phenomenon was caused by a meteorite disintegrating upon entering Earth's atmosphere. The awareness that it was a meteorite adds an unsettling element to the video. Contemplating the potential consequences if the meteorite had struck the Earth's surface raises questions about the magnitude of destruction it could have caused. Thankfully, the meteorite disintegrated in the sky, preventing any catastrophic impact on the ground. This YouTube video, posted by a channel named Asia Wire, showcases an unusual humanoid baby with distinctive features that set it apart from a typical human infant. The baby in the video possesses hands and feet resembling those of an animal, along with a mouth adorned with two prominent fangs and strange ears. The footage, recorded by a woman, appears to be a demonstration of this creature, which could potentially be a prop for a creative project. While there's a possibility that this is a prop, its realistic appearance draws parallels to characters from fantasy films, such as those in The Lord of the Rings. Despite having some human-like features, the baby bears a striking resemblance to a Tasmanian devil, evident in its fangs, hands, feet, and even a tail. The question arises, is this a hybrid between a Tasmanian devil and a human, or is it simply a prop designed for a movie project? This video unveils the discovery of a mysterious marine creature in Mexico, found stranded on a beach. The creature appears massive, resembling a giant octopus upon initial observation. Unfortunately, it seems to have perished a while ago, and its presence raises questions for both locals and investigating authorities. As the cameraman explores the creature's surroundings, it becomes evident that the creature was even larger before reaching the beach, indicated by the segments around it, and upon closer inspection, it seems to be covered with a large piece of fabric entangled in mud. Investigators on the scene attempt to lift this fabric using a stick, while some speculate that this might be a combination of various dead aquatic creatures mixed with ocean plastic waste. Such a suggestion remains speculative and uncertain. I have a deep appreciation for trail cameras, as they offer a glimpse into the hidden life of the forest, capturing both the fascinating and the unknown. This particular video originates from a trail camera set up in a house backyard. As the footage unfolds, we find ourselves in a snowy landscape, illuminated only by the night sky. Suddenly, a strange humanoid figure dashes across the screen. The creature got long, slender legs and a tall physique, prompting some viewers to suggest it might be a Bigfoot. However, to me, it appears to be something else entirely. We catch a glimpse of flashlight beams, hinting that someone might be actively searching for this mysterious creature. This video raises numerous questions, leaving us pondering the identity of the creature, the reason for its presence, and who might be pursuing it. Here's a friendly piece of advice for all you nature enthusiasts. When you're out enjoying a hike in the forest, it's probably best not to investigate if you happen to hear a scream emanating from the dense woods. This video captures a hiker's experience as he records his journey through the deep woods. Suddenly, a bone-chilling scream echoes through the trees, sending shivers down his spine. The scream is both terrifying and oddly strange, ruling out the possibility of it being a mountain lion, as they typically produce more distinctive humanoid screams. In my estimation, this eerie scream could be attributed to a skinwalker, known for luring unsuspecting hikers into the depths of the woods, setting them up as potential prey. This video originates from Russia, showcasing a weird, mutated goat baby. The goat's appearance is both strange and disconcerting, featuring a face with human-like attributes, such as a long nose, mouth, and eyes. Its body is deformed, with unusually long front legs and back legs, making it challenging for the poor goat to walk. Additionally, the video suggests that breathing is a struggle for this creature. While the sight is unsettling, one can't help but feel sympathy for the goat, facing difficulties in daily life due to its deformities. Unfortunately, creatures with such deformations often have shorter lifespans, but there's hope that this goat defies the odds and continues to survive. Reddit is a treasure trove for discovering some of the most chilling and strange videos, and this particular one is no exception. The footage follows two friends exploring an unknown location in the dead of night, armed with their flashlights. Their journey leads them to a sewer entrance where they unexpectedly encounter a strange creature attempting to scale the metal fence.
Dude. Okay.
Witnessing this enigmatic being, both friends immediately bolt away, their screams echoing in the darkness.
You gotta go! Dude, nothing's booking it! Go! Dude, my light's not working.
As they put some distance between themselves and the creature, they glance back and continue recording, revealing that the creature seemed to chase them for a short distance. The encounter is undeniably terrifying, leaving us to ponder the motives behind the friends' nocturnal adventure. You've probably heard of Bigfoot, but did you know there's a cousin of Bigfoot known as the skunk ape? The skunk ape is a large, hairy, human-like creature said to live in the forests and swamps of the southeastern United States, particularly in Florida. In this video, which was captured by a tourist exploring the Florida swamps, something is seen moving among the distant trees. Initially, this creature appears ape-like, but upon closer inspection, it seems larger than a typical ape and walks with a human-like posture. It's covered in thick black fur. To me, this sighting resembles the skunk ape, or perhaps even the mighty Bigfoot. What are your thoughts on this encounter? This video was uploaded on TikTok by a user who claimed to have accidentally captured something on the car's rear backup camera. In the video, the uploader explains the situation and shares what he's about to show us. Then, he shows a video where the car is in the middle of dense woods. From their voices, we can tell that there are 3 friends in the car, including the uploader, who is driving. One of their friends is extremely anxious and scared, believing they are stuck in the dark woods. The other friends try to calm him down while they back up the car. Suddenly, a growl and something hitting the car can be heard as they were reversing.
I will, we'll be alright.
This is ridiculous. It's fucking pitch black at night, for fuck's sake.
We'll be alright.
We need to be out here.
We're not gonna get stuck.
Let's get the hell out of here.
You can't even see way out, man.
You guys being pussies about it.
What the fuck's that?
This startles the already anxious friend, and the video ends. The video is quite strange, because we didn't see this creature in the rear camera, but we heard a growl and the car being hit. The growl sounded like it came from a dogman creature, but we can't say for sure without further evidence. One of our childhood dreams was to see a real-life mermaid, but our parents told us they didn't exist in real life. However, this video challenges that belief. In this video, we see an ocean view with a fishtail, fin wobbling around. What's strange about this tail fin is its narrowness compared to a regular fish, and it resembles a mermaid's tail. But I'm still skeptical about this being a genuine mermaid, dolphin, or any other fish. You can see the shape of 2 human legs, which likely means it's a costume. However, the strange thing is, if it were a costume, how can this person hold their breath underwater for such a long time, while also flapping the tail like that? This video was posted by a mom on Facebook, and it depicts a truly frightening and unsettling encounter within their own home. In the video, we see a little girl who appears frightened, and her mom, who is recording, is consoling her. The mom is a designer and has many mannequins in her room, which might seem strange to some, but they're accustomed to it. However, the daughter is terrified because she saw something under the closet door. The mom opens the closet to investigate, and she's a bit startled to see a mannequin standing right in front of her. After checking the closet and closing it, her daughter still looks at the closet door, now even more fearful. Suddenly, the mom glances behind her and notices the door is wide open with the mannequin standing there. The mannequin starts wobbling and then falls to the floor. Witnessing this, the mother and daughter quickly run from the room. This was an extremely unsettling experience, and I'm genuinely concerned about the daughter's mental well-being. I would strongly advise the mother to consider removing these mannequins, especially since the one in the closet appeared to be acting strangely. This clip was recorded by a girl who was out with her family camping in the woods. Soon enough, she decided to wander there, leaving her family behind and venturing deep into the woods to explore. At first, it was normal with nothing but gigantic trees and bushes everywhere. But it did not take her long to spot something in a far distance that looked like a huge animal hiding. She got scared. However, she kept recording whatever she was seeing. Although very blurry, we can clearly see it resembles the perfect description of Bigfoot. But what is amazing from other videos capturing Bigfoot is that we can actually see the feet. The creature, upon moving its leg, reveals what looks like to be a white foot, which is quite interesting if we consider it to be a Bigfoot. As the video was uploaded on YouTube, everyone had mixed reactions. To some, it was a real Bigfoot, and for others, it was someone with a suit on. I will leave it up to you to decide which is the case. Wilderness holds a lot more secrets than we can ever imagine, and this clip is a total testament to that. This man went into the woods to get some fresh air and calm his mind, but he did not expect to leave with memories that will haunt him for life. For the first few minutes, nothing is out of ordinary, just the guy filming the river and looking around. But then he soon started hearing rustling sounds, as if a huge animal was walking somewhere not too far from him. Obviously scared, as any of us should be, he stops right there to look at what was making the sounds, and it did not take him long to spot the creature. As the creature appears on the camera, it resembled a hairy humanoid face, just peering at him from behind a tree. Realizing it is not an animal, but rather the supposedly Bigfoot, he goes closer to get a better view, but the creature seems to shy away, and we can see it running away. After a while of chasing, he is still unable to find it again, so he stops the recording. Was it a real Bigfoot? The face looked pretty authentic, but we can't say for sure based on the body size when it was moving, as it was way too far away and covered by the trees. This happened in India a couple of years ago, when late at night a security camera recorded something very strange. At first, it was just one or two vehicles on the road, and everything seemed normal. But soon, two men appear on the road coming from the same side. The man in the front looks like he was being very careful of the one behind him. Soon enough, the suspicions become reality when the man starts pushing the other one on the ground, and then tries to rob him of his belongings. And that's when things took a scary turn. From the looks of it, I think some kind of shadow is coming out of the victim, as if trying to protect him. In a second, the shadow is back into the man from where it emerged. I know it might seem hard to look at it, but have a look at the night vision images. We can clearly spot the third figure emerging from the victim, right? What exactly happened there? The identity of both the men remained unknown, which led to no proper explanation. There is a chance that it could be fake and edited. What do you think? A group of people were standing on a bridge recording videos, perhaps discussing the local fauna, when something weird happened.
I don't understand why. I don't think anybody What was that?
Hey guys, everybody stay in.
A scary loud sound was heard from the back. Surprised, they moved the cameras towards the spot where the noise came from. Still trying to find what was happening, they kept recording, and after a second, 2 snaps were heard.
No, like we last heard like something fighting in the bushes over there.
I heard something.
What is it?
Oh my god. What the hell is it?
As if someone was breaking the branches of the trees, and it took them a second to see the culprit behind all this.
Oh my god. What the hell is that?
Oh, what the hell? What the hell is that? What is that?
What is that?
Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god.
What is that?
Guys, that's a
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. It's furry. It's furry. It's got fur on it.
A gigantic creature was spotted running between the trees, as if trying not to be seen by the humans. The creature had a furry body and was leaping like a human. The appearance only directed at one thing. It was the Bigfoot. So they all thought it would be better to just let it go instead of following it around and getting themselves in a potentially dangerous situation. The video was later uploaded on the internet and gained a lot of attention from everyone. Was it fake or was it real? Uploaded on YouTube in 2015, this thing had everyone who saw it in shock. A long green-colored slimy creature was seen slithering on the ground. However, it looked more like a jelly than a living creature. It had a flat, slimy body which resembled a worm. But what came next was more perplexing. It extended its tongue for a considerable distance, as if it was looking for something with it. But let me tell you, it is a green ribbon worm, part of an unusual group of creatures that can protect themselves with toxin-laden mucus. I have to warn you, if you see one of these, don't touch them. Uploaded on Facebook by a man who claimed he had recorded a monster in a thunderstorm. This video went viral as soon as it hit the internet. It shows a massive creature forming in the sky in the midst of a scary thunderstorm. But then the creature turns, showing its eyes in the camera as well. Soon enough, the pair of scary glowing eyes is completely apparent on the camera. However, ask me and I would say the video looks like it has been edited and probably might be fake. What do you think? In this video, filmed by an individual in a forested swamp area, we observe a man seemingly searching for something, relaxed yet focused. The person filming captures both the man and the surroundings, creating a sense of the environment. The tranquility is abruptly disrupted when a chilling sight emerges from behind a rock in the swamp. A creepy, somewhat translucent figure reminiscent of a ghost from horror movies. This unexpected appearance shocks both the man and the person filming, prompting them to flee in fear. The sudden appearance of this ghost-like figure in such a setting is unnerving. I watched this video for quite some time now, and I can't say exactly what that was. Was it simply a trick of light and shadow, or something more supernatural? In this video, a man is filming his friend, who is attempting to start a car stuck in the snow on a mountain road within a forest in Romania. The atmosphere is one of determination as they work to free the vehicle from its snowy trap. However, the situation takes a sudden turn when the driver notices something unusual. As the cameraman zooms in on the area the driver is looking at, a startling image comes into view. There stands a large, hairy creature with brown hair, walking upright on two legs. Its appearance strikingly resembles that of Bigfoot, a creature of folklore and legend. But I'm at odds with this video. Is Bigfoot also present in Eastern Europe? I always thought it to be present mainly in North America. What do you think? In this tense video, the scene unfolds from inside a trailer house, where a creature outside growls menacingly, shaking the entire structure in what appears to be an attack. The intensity of the situation is palpable, as the trailer residents experience fear and uncertainty. Once the commotion subsides, one of the occupants bravely steps outside to investigate. They film the aftermath, showing the torn net of the door and capturing a pair of glowing eyes lurking behind the bushes. Adding to the mystery, the person discovers a large clump of hair nearby. The individual recounts seeing a large, hairy creature walking on 2 feet, leading him to speculate that it could be Bigfoot. The video leaves a lingering sense of unease. The idea of a possible Bigfoot lurking in the vicinity is both fascinating and unsettling. Was the Bigfoot trying to communicate with this person, or was it on the hunt? In this eerie video, we are given a first-person view inside a house at night. The person filming initially walks down the hallway before entering a room where a chilling sight awaits. In the back of the room, there is a humanoid figure seated on the floor, appearing to be crying. The figure has a ghostly, translucent quality, making it difficult to discern its features clearly. Startled by this haunting image, the man filming quickly exits the room, shutting the door behind him. However, driven by curiosity or concern, he soon returns for another look. This time, he finds the figure standing in the middle of the room, revealing itself to be what looks like the ghost of a young girl. The man reacts with fear once again, hastily leaving the room, closing the door and ending the video. Was that one of the best ghost encounters, or was it all a setup? What do you think? In this video, captured from the deck of a cruise ship, viewers are treated to a peculiar and somewhat eerie sight in the middle of the ocean. The person filming focuses on what appears to be an enormous rock formation emerging from the water, bearing a striking resemblance to ancient water dinosaurs. As the waves crash against this formidable structure, it creates an intimidating and awe-inspiring spectacle. The question arises as to how a ship could be sailing too close to such a massive rock without any form of impact if it is indeed a rock. Others speculated that this was the site of one of the gigantic creatures hiding in the depths of the ocean, surfacing next to this ship. The video leaves me with an unsettling feeling. I can't imagine what the people there might have felt. I, for one, have a deep fear of the oceans, so seeing that just makes me shiver. In this video, a man films a unique and puzzling discovery he made on a beach in Texas. Resting in the palm of his hand is a blob-like creature, unlike anything typically seen. The texture and movement of the creature add to its intriguing nature. It seems to almost pulsate or wiggle in his hand, captivating the man's attention and likely that of the viewers as well. Does anyone know what we are dealing with here? In this video, a woman is recording her husband and adolescent son playing with a ball outside, capturing a simple family moment. However, the leisurely atmosphere shifts when the son notices something unusual at the window of a nearby building. Reacting to her son's observation, the woman quickly directs her camera toward the window. There, she captures a fleeting image of a man watching them. Intriguingly, the figure in the window seems transparent, almost ghost-like. As soon as the figure realizes it's being watched, it disappears from view. The family's curiosity is piqued, leading them to investigate the building. To their surprise, they find it completely empty, with no trace of the mysterious onlooker. Was this the site of someone who lost their life inside that house? And why was it watching from the window? What do you think? This video, captured by a surveillance camera inside a school sports room, starts off showing a normal scene with children relaxing in the room. However, the calm is abruptly disrupted when one of the walls of the room is suddenly demolished, causing chaos and panic among the children. They quickly flee the area as debris from the wall scatters across the room, accompanied by a cloud of dust. The destruction appears to be the result of a severe weather event. The impact of such a force is evident in the sudden collapse of the wall and the ensuing chaos in the room. The idea that something like this could happen to everyone, and the aggressiveness of recent weather events worries me. In this video, captured by a surveillance camera inside a moving bus, we witness an unusual and startling incident. Suddenly, a deer smashes through one of the bus windows and leaps inside, creating a moment of shock and confusion for everyone on board. The deer, clearly panicked and disoriented, frantically looks for a way out. The bus driver, quickly assessing the situation, acts sensibly. He brings the bus to a stop and opens the doors, providing the frightened deer with an escape route. Thanks to the driver's prompt and calm response, the deer is able to leave the bus and presumably return to its natural habitat. This video, taken from a surveillance camera during the night in an abandoned house, captures a peculiar and eerie sight. Peering out from behind a piece of furniture, we see a strange creature, unlike any familiar animal. It has a small head, large ears that are pointed to the sides, and two small glowing eyes. The only other visible part of the creature is a portion of its long, slim neck. The creature's appearance is unsettling due to its unfamiliarity. The way it cautiously observes its surroundings, only partially revealing itself, adds to the mysterious and somewhat chilling atmosphere of the footage. The video leaves me with more questions than answers. In this video, two men are filming a documentary inside Michael Jackson's house. As they explore and record the various rooms and hallways, they encounter a mysterious and chilling moment in one of the hallways. The camera captures a strange, translucent figure moving across the room. Its ghostly appearance and the way it seamlessly glides through the space are both intriguing and unsettling. The figure's ethereal quality immediately sparks speculation. Could this possibly be the ghost of Michael Jackson himself? This fleeting glimpse of the translucent figure in the legendary pop star's home leaves a lasting impression. The possibility of it being Michael Jackson's ghost adds an element of intrigue and a slightly eerie feel to the video. In this underwater video, viewers are introduced to a remarkable and unusual sea creature. At first glance, it appears similar to a squid, but upon closer observation, it's evident that this creature is quite different. It possesses two hand-like appendages, which it skillfully uses to navigate through the water. The creature is predominantly white, adding to its unique and somewhat otherworldly appearance. The way it moves, utilizing its hand-like structures, is both fascinating and unlike typical marine animal behavior observed in more familiar species. Anyone know what this creature is? In this video, a tense and frightening scenario unfolds, captured by a man filming from the shore of a lake. We see a swimmer in the water, suddenly finding himself in a perilous situation. An alligator, previously unseen, has spotted the swimmer and is swiftly approaching him in what appears to be an attack attempt. The urgency of the moment is palpable as the swimmer frantically tries to escape the dangerous predator. The alligator's swift movement through the water towards the swimmer adds to the intensity of the scene. Fortunately, in a stroke of luck and quick response, the swimmer manages to evade the alligator's pursuit and makes it safely out of the water. The video ends with a sense of relief, yet it leaves an unsettling feeling due to the close call with the potentially deadly creature. In this video, filmed by a man in a forest, we witness a startling encounter. The man, sensing something unusual in the surroundings, records his exploration. Amidst the frantic movement of the camera, a truly unnerving moment occurs. As the lens passes over a pit, it briefly captures a bizarre humanoid creature. What stands out are its glowing eyes, intensely fixed on the camera. The sudden appearance of this creature in such a remote and natural setting is both eerie and captivating. The glowing eyes in the dimly lit forest create a chilling image that is hard to shake off. Understandably, the man filming is terrified by this unexpected sighting and makes a quick decision to flee the scene. The video leaves me with an unsettled feeling, a mix of curiosity and apprehension. This video was captured on a GoPro camera mounted on a four-wheeler as it traveled along a trail. In the footage, we can see the four-wheeler racing along the path before suddenly coming to a halt. The rider stops because they notice a dark, massive figure crossing the trail at some distance ahead. This strange figure, even at that considerable distance, appears quite huge. It is covered in thick black fur and exhibits a walking posture that resembles that of a human. While some might speculate that it could be an ape or gorilla, such creatures typically do not inhabit this type of environment. Therefore, the most plausible possibility is that this figure could indeed be the legendary Bigfoot. This video originates from Montana and showcases a wolf-like creature, but there are eerie and unusual aspects to its appearance. While it certainly resembles a wolf in some ways, there are distinct differences in its facial features and body structure. What sets this creature apart is its front legs, which are bent in a manner similar to that of a monkey, and its hind legs, which also deviate from the typical wolf anatomy. This peculiar combination has led some viewers to speculate that it might be a werewolf, as such mythical beings often possess these unique body features. Moreover, the creature's facial expression appears both creepy and aggressively predatory, underscoring the sense of unease it evokes. Regardless of its true identity, encountering such a creature on a trail or in the forest would undoubtedly be an unnerving experience. Security cameras are installed to provide us with a sense of safety and surveillance, but at times they capture events that send shivers down our spines. This particular video is from Indonesia, where a car is parked in front of a complex. After a few moments, something truly bizarre occurs. A greenish smoke materializes seemingly out of thin air, shaping itself into a humanoid figure, and then swiftly disappears. The greenish hue of this mysterious smoke gives it an eerie quality, and its transformation into the form of a human girl suggests that it might be a ghost or spirit. What makes this encounter even stranger is that after its passage, the entire atmosphere takes on a greenish tinge, almost as if the ghostly spirit interacted with the surrounding light or became visible near the installed light bulb. What are your thoughts on this mysterious phenomenon? Encounters with unsettling or unknown entities can be incredibly eerie, but what's even more disconcerting is the feeling of being stalked by something you can't identify. In this particular case, a trail camera was set up in a forest to monitor the fox population. The footage begins with the appearance of a fox, which seems notably anxious and frightened by something in its surroundings. The fox cautiously approaches a tree and spends some time scanning its environment. The movement of the fox's ears indicates that it is on high alert, clearly sensing the presence of an imminent threat. After a few seconds, upon closer examination, something chilling becomes apparent in the background. A pair of eyes. These eyes were stealthy, watching the fox throughout the duration of the video, likely the very entity that had the fox so alarmed and seeking cover. What adds to the creepiness of these eyes is their height, suggesting that the creature they belong to is exceptionally large. What are your thoughts on what this stalking entity might be? In this video, we're confronted with a peculiar sight, a mysterious creature perched atop a tree without any visible means of support. This enigmatic being displays an impressive sense of balance, maintaining its stance with ease, almost as if it were a common occurrence. Its form appears humanoid, yet it's challenging to accept that it could be a human, given how effortlessly it stands on that tree in the heart of the forest. The local resident who captured this video shared their belief that this creature is the fabled forest witch, a figure they claim to have glimpsed on various trees on multiple occasions. According to their accounts, this witch materializes briefly on a random tree and then mysteriously vanishes. The scene is undeniably eerie, leaving us to contemplate the existence of such mysterious entities in the world. This video captures a moment from a hiking adventure in the Acadian-Canadian forest involving two friends. As they ventured through the forest, their attention was drawn to rustling noises emanating from some nearby bushes.
Where the hell did that thing go? That had to be scared, dude. What the f is that thing? Do you see it? I hear the bushes moving. What the hell is that thing, man?
They quickly decided to record what was causing this commotion. In the video, we can see a black figure emerging from the bushes and crossing a field at some distance. This figure appears to be strolling casually, seemingly unaware of the hikers recording it. What's particularly striking is its immense size, standing somewhere between 7 to 9 feet tall, with a body shape resembling that of a human. Its gait and the way it navigates through the bushes closely resemble human movement. Confused and uncertain about what they were witnessing, one of the hikers speculates that it might be a bear. However, upon closer examination, it becomes evident that this figure is definitely not a bear. In fact, it bears a resemblance to what many people commonly refer to as Bigfoot. Uploaded about 4 years ago, this clip still serves as stuff of nightmares for whoever watches it. Recorded by a security camera mounted on the front of the house to keep an eye on burglars or intruders. This clip recorded a terrifying thing. At first, nothing seems unusual, but then a figure appears to be coming towards the gate of the house. And as moments pass, we can see that the figure walks through the gate without even opening it. Many people on the internet blamed it on the camera being faulty, but if it was that, then how did he not open the gate before entering? The figure starts off as a weird silhouette of a man, and ends up as a normal human being walking towards the house. And that's what is most scary about this clip. No one in the house had ever seen this man before, even in their neighborhood, and according to them, they never saw anyone entering the house either. But then what was it? For me, the video looks quite genuine, but there's still a chance that it could be edited or a glitch. A man was filming a river in Payson Canyon when he heard noises in trees above the area that caught his attention. He turned his camera as he looked up, trying to catch whatever there was on camera, and that is when he caught the elusive creature on camera. A huge creature can be spotted behind the trees wandering in the woods. The walk looked almost human-like, but the physique did not. The creature looked more like a human than any animal, but a gigantic one, making the man realize it could be the infamous Bigfoot. The man captured the footage in the spring of 2015, but said he was unsure if he should show it to anyone, because he didn't want to sound crazy. However, he later found some courage and uploaded it on YouTube, causing mixed reactions from everyone who laid their eyes on it. As for the authenticity of the video, I leave it up to you, the viewer, to decide. Uploaded on YouTube in 2020, this video looks like something straight out of a horror movie. In just a couple of seconds, it gives us a glimpse into how scary the world could be if we could see the ghosts with naked eyes. It was recorded by a security camera set up in the Garden of Ninfa in Italy, a place otherwise known as one of sublime romantic beauty. It is basically the ruins of a medieval town near Rome, and for now, a great sight for tourists. However, this clip just gives us a glimpse of its most terrifying side, as we spot a ghost crawling on the ground. It appeared to have no legs and disappeared into the bushes just seconds after appearing on the camera. It could be a genuine ghostly encounter, given that Italy as a whole has such a fierce history. Could it be a soldier's ghost reliving its struggling last moments? Humans have always been curious in nature, and untouched places where no one has been for years always spark a pinch of curiosity in us. The same thing happened to this man who saw an abandoned cabin in the middle of the woods and decided to explore it, and that too in the dead of the night. As darkness covered everything, the man moved in the unexplored territory with just his flashlight and camera on, unknown to the danger that was about to come his way. As he moves forward and goes into the cabin, a creepy cryptid appears on the camera, stunned by the sudden appearance of the human who had disturbed its peace. At first, it looked like a cardboard piece or something, but the glowing eyes and the way it slightly turned after spotting the man makes it look legit. The creature was small, had black skin, and 2 piercingly glowing eyes, giving it a look of a devil in the making. This was enough to freak the man out as he runs for his life. What exactly was that thing? A demon, a ghost, or something else? Uploaded on YouTube a couple of years ago by a man who claimed he had finally recorded a ghost in the cemetery, this clip shows us a weird shadow moving around behind a tombstone. For seconds straight, the shadow keeps moving around. However, the question here is, why exactly was the man there with a camera and a flashlight in the middle of a cemetery so late at night? And why did the ghost not come out of its hiding place and scare the man away? Was it even a real ghost? Or was it just a prank to fool everyone on the internet? This clip was recorded by a man who was running around in the woods when he started hearing weird sounds. According to him, it sounded like a human, so he decided to go and check who it was or if it was someone in need of help. In search of the origin of the voice, he got closer to a well that had been abandoned for hundreds of years and was famous for being haunted. As he got closer, his camera and his eyes both saw a creature in the depths of the well, looking straight at him. The creature of the well had a darkish appearance, with eyes that were glowing with blue light. The sight was so scary, it made the man run for his life, not even thinking twice about the voice he had heard before. Was it the creature that was making these sounds to lure the human nearby? Or was it someone who had fallen into the creature's trap before? I guess as the man ran away and never went back, we might never know. While the family was busy having dinner, the man noticed something weird happening on the camera screen they had in their house. He spotted something unusual on the street and went closer to have a better look. However, still not understanding what it was, the man even shared the video recording on YouTube and also to the mainstream media. The clip showed a weird smoky figure gliding on the street. According to the family, it was a ghost, but many people on YouTube had other opinions. However, even if we consider it as a faulty camera, we can still see the speed with which the figure was floating. It looks a bit too eerie even for a camera glitch. Encountering hitchhikers in the middle of the night and on a completely empty road can already be a scary experience. But what if these hitchhikers start turning up in the weirdest shapes hiding along the road, as if they will pounce upon anyone who tries to stop and look? The same thing happened to these men who were driving out at night when they encountered huge creatures crouching on the ground. The creature looked really slim and tall with a human-like posture, but had completely whitish skin with no features like eyes or mouth visible properly. Spotted 2 times on the same road, gave the men an experience they might never forget their whole life. Could this be the famous rake waiting to pounce on unsuspecting victims? Recorded in 2014, this clip gives us a glimpse of how scary nature can be and how vulnerable our pets are. As the afternoon approached and the family let the dog out for a bit, They did not know that a coyote was nearby plotting its attack on the poor dog. The coyote came closer and started dragging the dog with it, who, being small, was quite an easy target for it, and would have been easily dragged away if it was not for the chain it was tied up with. That is why, after trying for a few seconds, the coyote gave up and left the dog and ran. But also most likely because at the end of the video we can spot the leg of someone, supposedly who came to save the dog. That encounter was a miracle for the dog, considering just how vicious coyote attacks can be. This clip, filmed in 2023, might make you think twice about leaving your pantry door open. A frustrated homeowner, tired of finding his pantry perpetually ajar, decided to catch the culprit on camera. What he filmed was unsettling, but not exactly what he expected. The pantry door creaks open on its own, nothing inside. Then, a wild twist, a faint, wispy figure peering down. From my perspective, it looks like the face of a woman with long dark hair, looking as if calling for help. Could it be the ghost of someone who lost their life in a violent event in that house? The man who uploaded this video works at a hotel at night, and according to him, he had seen weird things happen in the hotel, and that is why he tries staying out of it at night. However, no one believed him until he got this video on his camera and showed it to others. At first, everything seems normal with him wandering around in the place, but then he places the camera at a spot and leaves. And as soon as he does, we see chairs falling off and being displaced all over the place. Seconds after that, the man comes back and puts everything in place. But as soon as he leaves again, the same thing happens again. According to him, there were no strings attached, and that was no prank. It was nothing but a glimpse into his everyday life at work. The man in this clip was coming back to his office from the cafeteria, but as he reached the running point of the lobby, he was horribly pushed back by an unknown entity. Even when he tried holding the wall, he was lifted up, then slammed back onto the ground. The man hardly made it out alive, as whatever the entity was, it was all into dragging him with it. Was this a well-coordinated stunt, or was it an angry ghost coming to get their revenge? What do you think? Uploaded on YouTube a couple of years ago, this video claimed to have recorded a ghost. As the man leaves the camera recording in the basement and goes upstairs, we can sense something weird that is going on in the room. Moments after the door slightly moves and then a weird face appears from inside the other room. It looked like the face of a man, but that was all. No hands or body or anything else was there. Just a floating face looking straight towards the camera before disappearing back into the darkness. According to the man, he had sensed an unusual presence in his home before too, and that is why he left the camera there. I would certainly move out of the house the second I saw this video. Exploring tunnels, especially abandoned ones, and at night, has always turned out to be bad, and same was the case with these guys who went to explore a tunnel and ended up disturbing the peace of one of the creatures of the dark. So the creature had to stand up and come closer to warn the humans to keep them refrained from entering its territory again. It's just for a second that we get a small glimpse of a slim figure with long arms and legs standing in the tunnel. But if you ask me, it was for such a short moment that I can't surely say if it was a cryptid or just something that looked like one. What do you think? This video was posted by an individual on Facebook who claimed that his friend filmed two creatures resembling Bigfoots in Yellowstone. The video depicts a vast field, and in the distance, there are two black figures in motion. These figures appear to be similar to apes or gorillas crossing the field. However, even from this long distance, their gait and posture appear human-like, and they have substantial sizes. While gorillas can also grow to large sizes, they don't typically reach the same height as these creatures. Additionally, these two beings' full bodies seem to be covered in thick black fur. The identity of these creatures remains uncertain, and whether they are truly Bigfoots or another type of wildlife is a subject of debate. Encountering something unexplained is frightening in itself, but being stalked by an inexplicable entity takes fear to a whole new level. This video was captured by a trail camera, and initially it appears to show a swamp scene with a deer passing in front of the camera. Nothing unusual, right? However, if you zoom in on the top right corner of the video, you'll notice something lurking behind the trees. As the deer moves past, this mysterious figure also shifts from its hiding spot. It seems like this stalking creature may have been lying in wait for the deer or was attempting to be stealthy in its pursuit. From the video, the creature appears quite large in size and has a robust body frame. To some, it might resemble a Bigfoot, lurking and possibly hunting for its next meal. Security cameras are typically installed in homes to provide a sense of security and safety, reassuring us that we are protected. However, there are times when these cameras capture something that makes us feel quite the opposite, unsettled and unsafe. This picture was shared on Reddit's Creepy Captures subreddit by a user who recounted a strange incident. The user explained that it was midnight when their door security alarm went off. Naturally, they went to check who might be at the door, but to their surprise, there was no one there. Intrigued and concerned, they decided to review the camera footage, and that's when they came across this eerie figure. The figure in the image looks as though it's right out of a horror movie. It has a Slender Man-like face and an overall creepy appearance. Moreover, it seems to be holding something in its hand, adding to the mystery and unease surrounding it. Whatever this bizarre creature may be, one can only hope it never pays them a visit in person. This video isn't necessarily scary, but it does capture a rather unusual and puzzling encounter. In the video, a driver is recording a child who is running toward their car. What makes this situation peculiar is the child's running style and the way their head is tilted to the side. As the child approaches the car, the person inside asks if they are okay and inquires about the whereabouts of their mother.
Bro, what in the ever-loving shit am I looking at right now? Dude, this kid's coming up on me. Like, hey buddy, are you okay? You can't be out here. Where's your mommy? Hey buddy.
However, the child doesn't respond and simply gazes at the trees on the side of the road. The aspect that raises concerns is the absence of the child's parents. Leaving a child alone in the middle of the road like this is certainly not safe or responsible parenting. One can only hope that the child safely made their way back home, and it would be wise for the driver to report the situation to the relevant authorities to ensure the child's well-being. Driving on a deserted road can indeed be a creepy and eerie experience, and encountering something like a werewolf would be the stuff of nightmares for any driver. In this particular case, the driver was cruising along a quiet road when they suddenly slammed on their brakes after spotting something highly unusual at the roadside. This creature doesn't resemble any familiar species. While some might argue that it has a wolf-like appearance, a closer look reveals some very peculiar traits. Unlike regular wolves, this creature appears to be strolling about on its hind legs, which is quite unusual. Additionally, its arms seem skeletal and lacking flesh. Its ears might resemble those of a dog, but the combination of its arm structure and the way it walks on its hind legs gives it an eerie, almost monstrous quality. The big question here is, what could this creature possibly be? For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.